Hi, it's Princess Anna of Arendelle here. Oh, I mean, hmm, Queen Anna of Arendelle. That was awkward, and I was awkward, and then you were awkward, and then we were. Oh, no, I mean, you weren't awkward, I was awkward, and. Hi, it's Anna from Arendelle. Arendelle had recently closed its gates, and we're asking everyone else to do the next right thing as well. And that means washing our hands and staying inside, and there's so many fun things we can do inside. And I thought, maybe today we could all read a story together? So my favorite story to read with Elsa, it's actually Frozen. It's a story about my sister and I. When Princess Anna and Princess Elsa of Arendelle were little girls, they were the best of friends. Anna was one of the only people who knew Elsa's secret. Elsa had the power to make snow and ice with just her hands. One night, Elsa filled an empty ballroom with snow. The sisters played together, building a snowman, sledding, and ice skating. But as they played, Elsa lost control. She accidentally hit Anna with a blast of icy magic. Anna was badly hurt, so her parents went to the ancient mountain of trolls for help. There, a wise old troll told them Anna could be saved. She was lucky to have been hit in the head and not the heart. Even though Anna got better, her parents worried that people would fear Elsa's powers. To keep her gift a secret, they surrounded the castle walls and never let anyone inside. Whenever Elsa had strong feelings, the magic would still spill out. Elsa didn't want to hurt her sister again, so she never played with Anna. And that made Anna feel very lonely, and she felt even more alone after their parents were lost at sea because of a storm. Years later, it was time for Elsa to become Queen of Arendelle. For just that day, the castle gates were opened. Hundreds of people attended the crowning ceremony, and Elsa worked hard to hide her feelings and her powers. At that party, Anna danced with Prince Hans of the Southern Isles. It seemed like they had everything in common. Since the gates were open for just that one day, they knew this was their only chance to be together. "Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?" Hans asked. And without hesitation, Anna said, "Yes." They went off to ask Elsa for her blessing. Elsa's reply to their marriage was unexpected. "You can't marry a man you just met. My answer is no," Elsa said. And Anna couldn't believe it. "Why do you shut me out? What are you so afraid of?" Elsa started to lose control. "Enough," she shouted, as ice shot from her hands. Everyone stared at Elsa in shock. Now all of Arendelle knew Elsa's secret. She panicked and she fled for the mountains. Anna felt horrible. Elsa's out-of-control powers had created a terrible winter storm in the middle of summer. "I'll bring her back and I'll make this right." She left Hans in charge of the kingdom and raced after Elsa. Luckily, Anna met an ice harvester named Kristoff and his reindeer friend Sven. She asked them for help, and all together they went to look for Elsa. As they climbed the North Mountain, they discovered a beautiful winter wonderland. There, they met an enchanted snowman named Olaf. Olaf knew where Elsa was. He agreed to take them to her. He led them to a giant ice palace that Elsa had created with her bare hands and her powers. Anna told Olaf, Sven, and Kristoff to stay outside while she talked to Elsa. Meanwhile, back in Arendelle, Hans was worried Princess Anna was in trouble. He, along with a group of soldiers, set out in search for Anna and Elsa. Once inside, Anna found Elsa. Anna told her sister about the terrible storm in Arendelle. "It's okay, you can just unfreeze it." Elsa looked worried, saying, "I don't know how." Elsa thought as she went back, she might accidentally make it worse. Anna tried to convince Elsa to come home, but Elsa was too scared that she would hurt more people. As Elsa argued with her sister, an icy wave of magic burst from her body and struck Anna in the chest. Anna still refused to leave Elsa. Elsa used her magic to create a huge snowman to chase Anna and her friends out. Kristoff noticed Anna's hair was turning snowy white. He knew the trolls could help Anna. One troll told Anna that Elsa had struck Anna's heart. If the magic was not reversed, Anna would be frozen solid. Only an act of true love could thaw a frozen heart, and Anna knew she loved Hans. Maybe a kiss from him would work. Anna and her friends hurried towards Arendelle. Soon afterwards, Elsa received some other unwanted visitors. Hans had gathered a group of soldiers to attack Elsa. Elsa defended herself well. Hans cried out to her, "Queen Elsa, don't be the monster they fear you are." Elsa paused, and in her moment of doubt, she was knocked out. The attackers brought her back to Arendelle and threw her in the dungeon. When Anna arrived to the kingdom, she said goodbye to Kristoff, Sven, and Olaf. She raced to see Hans, and as soon as they were alone, Anna asked Hans to save her with a kiss, but Hans had refused. Anna had realized that he had only pretended to love her. He wanted to take over Arendelle by getting rid of Anna and Elsa. All that was left now was to get rid of Elsa. "Summer will return and the kingdom will be mine," Hans declared. Luckily, Olaf found Anna and helped her warm up by the fire, but she was still getting weaker and weaker. As Anna told him about Hans' evil plan, Olaf saw Kristoff returning. He realized Kristoff was the true love. Anna needed to be saved. Meanwhile, Elsa had escaped from the dungeon, but Hans was close behind her. "Elsa, you can't run from this," Hans said to Elsa about the magic blast to Anna's heart. "I tried to save her, but it was too late." Elsa was struck with sadness and collapsed into the snow. Everything she had done to protect her sister had failed, and it was all her fault. Nearby, Anna was hurrying towards Kristoff when she heard the clang of Hans' sword. She turned and she saw her sister. Elsa was in danger. Instead of saving herself and running to Kristoff, Anna leaped in front of her sister. "No!" Anna shouted, blocking Hans' sword, and Hans' sword shattered against Anna's frozen body. She now had turned to ice. Elsa clutched her sister. "Oh, Anna, please no." Suddenly, Anna began to thaw. Her arms warm again, reached around Elsa. The two sisters hugged, and as Olaf watched them, he remembered what the wise old troll had once said: "An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart." Anna's love for Elsa had saved both them and the kingdom. Hans was astonished to see Anna alive. "But Anna, Elsa froze your heart." "The only frozen heart around here is yours," Anna replied, and sent him reeling with one punch. Elsa realized that love could bring back summer. Soon, everything was the way it was supposed to be. Summer returned to Arendelle, and Elsa even made Olaf a little snow cloud to keep him from melting. And most importantly, Anna and Elsa were best friends again. The end.